the Social Work Program Director here at William Woods University.
The only one was Marilyn Monroe, and that was even...
Social work is a dynamic and exciting profession that allows people to work with individuals, groups, and communities to improve their lives on a daily basis. Social workers work in a variety of settings, including schools, hospitals, juvenile justice system, the court system, alongside police officers, corrections. They serve our veterans and addiction and mental health facilities as well.
Hi, I'm George Garner, and I'm in the social work program at William Woods University. I've been in the program for 23 years, and I serve as an associate professor as well as the director of field practicum education.
We're going to show you a variety of settings that social workers would work in here in mid-Missouri and take you on an adventure listening to social workers explain their jobs every day.
My name is Stephanie Parsons, and I have a master's in social work and a bachelor's in social work, as well as a license in clinical social work. And I work for Counseling Associates as an individual and family therapist, and I also do home studies for adopted families. So Counseling Associates is a private counseling agency, and we serve clients of all ages, and we serve lots of different reasons for therapy. We do a lot of trauma, do a lot of kids in foster care, do a lot of divorce custody stuff, and then just overall adults and children with various diagnoses.
My name is Mike Pitson. I work for the Division of Youth Services, State of Missouri, which is part of the Department of Social Services. Our agency represents juveniles who are committed through their respective juvenile circuits, and they're committed by a juvenile judge generally when the services in that circuit are exhausted and feel like we can do more to support those kids and families. They're committed to our agency.
Hi, I'm Cindy Coons, Coordinator of Multicultural Affairs here at William Woods University. I've worked for a variety of agencies and programs. That's the beauty of the degree in social work, right? There are so many fields one may choose from to be of service and to work for. For myself, I'm passionate about helping individuals in a myriad of ways. Certainly to make good choices and to be able to embrace life.
I'm Amanda Hosenfeld, and I work at Boone County Family Resources in Columbia, Missouri, and I work with adults with developmental disabilities.
I'm Jennifer Chisholm, and I work for the 12th Circuit Children's Division. Our agency operates 24-hour child abuse and neglect hotline. We accept and respond to reported allegations of abuse and neglect. We provide services and supports to children and families to help ensure children are safe and well cared for. We work with intact families through family-centered services, where families have access to the appropriate services and revolve around child safety.
My name is Jessica Tipton, and I work for the Amanda Luckett Murphy Hopewell Center in St. Louis.
I work with the aging population in the nursing homes, so I actually get to be with a lot of people as they're preparing to pass away, and actually when they're dying, actively dying, and I get to be that person who kind of comforts them and comforts their family, which sounds kind of silly. I never thought that's something I would do, but it's very rewarding, and just knowing that they kind of pass with a sense of peace is really nice.
Most recently, I was involved with the Greater Mid-Missouri chapter of the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention. I was involved with them since it was really kind of a grassroots effort to obtain a chapter here in mid-Missouri, and helped provide, served on their board, helped with the fundraising efforts and planning efforts. I was their president, their initial president, and their president for some time. I have since then continued, since no longer being involved with the board, I've continued to provide services for them related to them needing a mental health professional at their walks anytime they have a Out of the Darkness walk, which raises funds for suicide prevention and also gives people an opportunity to heal by doing something in memory of their loved one. They have to have a mental health professional on call, so to speak, or aware, and so available. So I do that. And then also on International Survivors of Suicide Day, which is the Saturday before Thanksgiving, they hold a service for family members who've lost loved ones to suicide, and I facilitate a group at that. Then several years ago, I ran a non-for-profit for folks who'd had babies die during pregnancy or shortly after birth. With that, we provided resources to area physicians and hospitals as well as funeral homes.
I chose social work in high school not entirely sure what I wanted to do, and went to Mizzou and got my bachelor's and got talked into doing my master's, and started out at the Children's Division. And I worked a lot with counselors while I was at the Children's Division because they saw a lot of the kids that I worked with that were in foster care. And one of the therapists that I work with here asked me to join them, and I did about 2 years ago.
I was a BSW student at MU, and one of our professors was a family specialist that worked for the division. And as we were researching topics for, or placements for a practicum, she suggested looking at the Division of Youth Services, and I had no idea that the division existed, frankly. So I had an opportunity to start working with a group home in Columbia, and just fell in love with the work and loved the kids and enjoyed the staff I worked with. And when I was through with my practicum and graduated, I decided I wanted to give that a try. So I interviewed with the division, was hired shortly after graduation, and worked at the special treatment unit, which was one of the more, worked with some of the most difficult kids in the state. And while it was challenging, I really loved it and ended up staying with the division.
I started in medical social work at MU Children's Hospital in pediatric diabetes. From there, my next great fit was with supporting our judicial system. After an engaging MSW internship with the Office of State Court Administration, I joined our 13th Circuit Court as a mediator, inspiring individuals to hold respect for oneself and for one another with regard to communication skills in general, and advocating for parents taking responsibility to raise their children with love and respect and for their overall health and well-being. I've been working with our indigenous peoples, serving our tribal communities with regard to wellness as an Eden Energy medicine practitioner while going to school.
I knew in high school that I wanted to work with people, not doing medical type nursing or anything. So when I applied to William Woods, there was a social work program, and I decided right off the bat that that seemed right, and I stuck with it and decided that I was going to help people, and it was really broad, so I didn't know what direction I wanted to go, but I knew there were so many avenues to take that even if I got bored in one, I could always switch. So I liked having options. So that's how I got here.
Just about 8 years ago, working for Children's Division, I started with my undergrad internship at the 12th Circuit Children's Division, went on to get my master's, and then during my master's practicum, actually was offered a job here. And I've served in the capacity of a case manager, supervisor, and now as a circuit manager. I was really drawn into this field by a friend who was doing this work and thought I should come and shadow. So I did and just fell in love with the job and the work that we do daily.
I work with a lot of people in my position. I work with schools, just the regular education system and also the special education system. So I work with juvenile officers and lawyers and advocates and all kinds of people in the justice system. I work with treatment facilities and group homes. The short story is that when I was in school, we didn't have, I went to school in a very small community, and we didn't have like good services set up in our school for anyone that was having any kind of definitely mental health issues or just struggles in general at home, any kind of bullying or anything like that. There was just like nothing. And I also watched my brother go through some mental health issues and not get the help that he needed. So those things combined, plus some other things, pushed me in that direction. So even in high school, even as like a freshman in high school, I kind of knew what I wanted to do. I don't know if I would have called it social work, but eventually I knew I wanted to get a social work degree.
Well, I started at William Woods wanting to be a rec therapist, and they didn't have that degree, so I picked the next closest thing. But I really just wanted to, I know it sounds like cliche to help people, but those type of classes were really interesting to me, and I just felt like it connected. Kind of And to be grateful for every day that you have, you know, live every day like it could be your last. People really live that way when they get older. You know, they might not care how they just care less about little things in life and just more about the important stuff.
Also facilitated support groups, a couple of different ones. The more traditional one, which was designed for folks who'd had babies die young, but then there was an occasion in our community where there were a few families, maybe 3 or 4, who'd had toddlers, preschool-age children die, and I was asked and then facilitated a support group for those parents. We also had memorial services that we offered annually as well.
It's a never a dull moment. I get to make a lot of connections with a lot of different people, and being able to see somebody really make a change in their life is definitely the best part of my job. Definitely get as much experience as you can. If I had not worked at the Children's Division before here, I don't think I would be the therapist that I am, because the connections I made there and just the experience I got and everything I saw and everything I had to work with was, I mean, that was immeasurable for sure.
We have a component of the work we do, adventure-based counseling, which is really supplemental to the core treatment work we do, but it's really experiential learning. So it's taking kids out of their comfort zone and learning to do some things that maybe they haven't done before. That's really more about building the groups and building the team piece of what we do than it is about the individual sort of triumph or individual accomplishment, but that's also part of that. So we do a number of things as an agency, from canoeing trips to backpacking and ropes courses and caving and biking and all kinds of recreational activities. And part of that's wellness and getting kids out in the environment and enjoying that recreational opportunity they might not have experienced before. But again, it's about challenging that comfort zone. It provides an opportunity for staff to do some things that they enjoy doing too. It's great from that perspective as far as it being a retention tool to keep folks interested in something that's a little different than what we do day to day.
I truly value the human being experience and love building community, promoting all cultures, and providing education and advocacy in all the ways needed. I love hearing people's stories. I value the human being experience throughout all ages and walks of life. I enjoy problem solving and presenting healthy choices in user-friendly ways. Stress is part of living and growing. I know I'm offering supportive tools that truly help. I treasure the supportive community that I have in my life, and I'm grateful to have the opportunities to play it forward.
Every day I laugh at my job. I might have a stressful day, but there's always a client that I work with that tells me a silly joke or starts dancing or just something that lightens the mood. And knowing that they feel like they're having a good life makes my day and my job so much easier. So I know why I'm there and what I'm doing it for. And I really enjoy that. So it makes me get up in the morning and go, even if something stressful is happening.
The favorite part of my job has obviously has changed throughout my 8 years. I love seeing the families grow and reach permanency, whether that be adoption or reunification with their families. It's also good to see our older youth who age out of our system to go on and be successful adults.
Favorite part of my job? Seeing my kids succeed. I like a lot of times when I discharge a client, it's because they stop coming to services or something bad happened. But discharging a client who's being removed from my caseload because they're doing so well is, that's the thing that keeps me going.
Social work at William Woods is a fantastic degree program that allows students to get hands-on experience from the moment they start their education on our campus. Many of our classes are service learning classes that allow the student to enter the community through an agency project or through volunteering at an agency, job shadowing, interviewing social workers, and really having a chance to gain hands-on experience with real clients and real agencies.
that students can have in volunteering and being part of the larger community that surrounds William Woods. So I think the fact that we are able to do that enhances our students' ability to learn as they get a lot more hands-on kinds of experience and opportunities to be involved with clients and professionals and programs that are out in the community.
As you've seen, social work is a very dynamic and exciting career. Social workers work in a variety of settings with individuals, groups, families, and communities. Regardless of where you choose to work, social workers will always make a difference.